Scientists have been looking at the relationship between the utilization of smartphones and our brains. It is well documented that phone notifications and likes on social media trigger the production of what is called dopamine. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of instant gratification. While it brings that sense of pleasure, it can also create an addiction to electronic devices in the long run. Our phone is a way to escape reality, and just like drugs or gambling, it provides us with instant gratification and can lead to addiction. In a survey that targeted over 1,200 teenagers, 50% of them admitted that they were addicted to their phones. But what is really interesting is that another survey with over 3,000 adults showed that 86% of them were constantly checking their phone's email and social media, which led to stress. While 65% of people surveyed indicated that it is important to go dark, disconnect from their device, in order to help their mental health. Only 28% of them say they actually do it. 3 steps to disconnect from the digital world and enhance your life. In this presentation, you will learn 3 steps to disconnect from the digital world. Since the digital world has taken a large portion of our time, and it can be difficult to imagine an hour without it, the following 3 steps will help you disconnect and enhance your life. Step 1. Identifying a motivation. When we want to make a change in our life, we need to identify a reason to help us sustain the change. The best reasons are the ones that are close to our hearts as opposed to imposed by others. You can identify your motivations by finding answers to the following questions. Why do I want to disconnect from the digital world? Write down all the reasons that come to mind. Make sure that you feel connected to personal reasons such as to have more energy and time with people I love, as opposed to extrinsic reasons like because my partner or friend said so. Step 2. Being ready to change. Once you've listed your motivations, ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not really and 10 being absolutely, how motivated am I to disconnect from the digital world? If your score is under 5, it might not be the right time for you. You have an opportunity to reconsider your motivation and also the timing. A score above 6 is more likely going to lead you to success. Step 3. Identifying actions. The last step is dedicated to actions. Make a list of all the things you could do to help you reduce your time in the digital world. Here are a few examples. Put physical distance between you and the digital world. Get rid of the TV in the bedroom or leave your phone in the kitchen when sleeping. Assign offline time during the day, like during dinner or 2 hours after waking up. Turn off notifications on the phone. When not at work, limit your screen time to 2 hours per day. Assign days when you spend time with people you enjoy being around. The key to success is to identify ways that are realistic and practical for you. It doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing approach. Slowly reducing your time in front of a screen will allow you to get more comfortable with reality. 5 signs the digital world is controlling your life. In this presentation, we will talk about 5 behaviors that indicate the digital world is controlling your life. Connecting to social media or watching a series of shows on Netflix has become a habit in most of us. It's to a point that it may be directing your life. Here are 5 signs that the digital world is controlling your life. Eat, sleep, check your phone. If the first thing you do after opening your eyes is checking your phone, you might want to reconsider your relationship with your phone. This habit indicates that your phone could potentially dictate the mood you will be in that day. Spend your free time in front of a screen. What would you do in a world without technology? The idea is not to completely stop watching TV or your favorite series. It's about bringing balance. Free time should be a time to resource your energy. If the time you spend in front of a screen depletes your energy, It's time to change and find something that gives you energy. Experience anxiety when you forget your phone at home. The way that you feel when you are without your phone is a good indication if a smart device is ruling your world. In that case, it could potentially be beneficial to have assigned a time when you are without your phone. Your dopamine dose is your phone. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is activated in our brain when we feel pleasure and also plays a role in motivation and attention. If you don't have many other activities than your phone's notifications that activate the dopamine in you, it might be a sign that you are dependent on your phone. You feel lost when the internet is down. Being too dependent on technology for our daily life can be quite disrupting when we experience a power outage or the internet is down. That is a clear sign that you've lost touch with the life that was there before the internet. If you experience one or more of these examples, you will benefit greatly in exploring how you can reconnect with your life. It could be time to let go of that need to constantly be in front of the screen. 5 signs that you are ready to break up with your phone. In this presentation, you will learn about behaviors that indicate that it might be time for you to reconsider your relationship with your phone. The following 5 signs usually indicate that it might be time for you to break up with your phone. Your phone is disrupting your sleep. If you had a partner that woke you up during the night, you would likely break up with them. If your phone is reducing your quality of sleep, it might be a good idea to consider removing your phone from the bedroom. Your phone is affecting your relationships. It can be very frustrating for friends and family to have a phone notification interrupt them while interacting with you. If people start telling you that you are not paying attention or not listening to them, it is time to reconsider your relationship with your phone. It could be a sign to renew your relationship with the people around you. Your phone is upsetting you. Your phone shouldn't be a source of negative emotion, yet we tend to allow so much drama through our phone. Reflect on your experience in general when you are on your phone. Does it make you happier? If the answer is no, choose to experience things that bring more joy in your life. Your phone is triggering anxiety. Does your phone or absence of the phone trigger intense emotional turmoil for you? If so, this means that you have a very dependent relationship with your phone. You need to break up or at least take a break to find yourself again. Your phone is leading you to danger. If you've caught yourself being distracted by your phone while you are driving, you are likely to put yourself into a dangerous situation that could lead yourself and others to a serious accident. If that is your case, it's time to turn off the notifications on your phone when you are in the car. If you've experienced one or more of these examples, it is a good sign that you are in a toxic relationship with your phone. By then, you are ready to move on to a healthier and more joyful experience. Don't hesitate to seek help from others, since most toxic relationships are difficult to leave. Yet once you've done it, you can't believe that you didn't do it sooner. 5 things you can do to be more present. In this presentation, you will learn 5 things that will help you to be more present in your life. Since we live in a digital world where it is often difficult to be present, we tend to spend a lot of time and energy on unimportant things. This doesn't lead us to enjoy the present moment. Here are 5 things you can do to be more present. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness doesn't have to be a complex meditation practice. It can be a simple exercise of taking a moment to connect with your breath by taking 3 deep breaths. Mindfulness is the act of observing our experience in the present moment. Using the 5 senses is a great way to practice mindfulness. Observe what you smell, see, hear, feel, or taste. This will bring you in the present moment. Do one thing at a time. Our society tends to encourage multitasking. On the other hand, it has created individuals who have a hard time to be present. If you are spending time with a friend, be present, listen, and interact with the individual. Turn off your notifications on your phone and keep eye contact with the person who is interacting with you. Train your mind. It is possible to train your mind to focus on the present by recognizing when you are thinking of the past or the future. Choose a day or an hour when you will observe your thoughts. During that time, catch yourself when you are having thoughts connected to something that happened in your past or when you are hoping for the future. Once you caught yourself, take 3 deep breaths to bring your attention back to the present moment. That way, you will get better at bringing your mind back to the present. Enjoy your meals. Many people have learned to eat in front of the screen. Unplugging while you eat allows you to be present and enjoy the food that you eat. Every bite you take, force yourself to place your utensils on the table and taste your food. Observe the texture, the taste, and be mindful of every bite you take. Have a bedtime ritual. When you go to bed, instead of scrolling down posts on social media, take 15 minutes to acknowledge what you are grateful for in the present moment. List all the things that at this moment you are grateful for, whether it is the comfort of the bed you sleep in, the wonderful day you had, or the roof you have above your head. Being grateful is an amazing way to appreciate the present moment. How to break up with social media and reconnect with your life. In this tutorial, you will learn what you can do to break up with social media. This presentation will also help you reconnect with your life. The presence of social media has taken over many hours and energy that we already don't have much of. Many of you might be trying to get your life back, but have no clue where to start. Allocating offline time. The best approach is slow and consistent. Start by identifying offline time. Assign a special time in your week or your day when you want to be able to stay away from social media. During that assigned time, turn off your notifications. That way, you will not be lured back into it. Leave your phone behind. Find ways to leave your phone behind. Many people use their phone as an alarm clock. That can be a limitation when it comes to charging the phone outside of the room at night. Get yourself an alarm clock. This will stop you from going on social media when you're in bed or as soon as you open your eyes. Find something aligned with your goals. Start replacing the time you spend on social media with actions toward your goal. By identifying what you want to accomplish, you will be more determined and driven to take action that lead you to achieve what you want. Take your offline time to list actions or things you want to do that are more aligned with what you want from life. If all these ideas are still too hard for you, why not break up with what doesn't bring you positive feelings? For example, you're following individuals who post pictures and comments that make you feel bad. Break up with them. Stop following these people who tend to drag you into their drama. Shift your experience with social media, and instead of attracting negative emotions, follow those who lift you up as opposed to drag you down with them. How to develop a healthy relationship with your device. In this presentation, you will learn ways that you can develop a healthy relationship with your smartphone. The digital world is becoming a big problem in our society since many of us have not learned to create boundaries. The research now shows that it can lead to depression and serious addiction. Constantly checking a phone is becoming the norm in our society and social gatherings. Just observe people in a restaurant, and you will quickly realize that many are completely letting their device control their life and steal their attention from the present moment. The reality is that technology is probably not going to leave our life. When faced with a challenge, we have the opportunity to learn to set boundaries and develop a more positive relationship with our devices. The best way to do that is to find balance. Finding balance means that we choose to spend our time and energy in areas of our life that bring us fulfillment and energy. If you waste your energy on things that bring you out of balance, you will quickly find yourself tired and lacking determination to do anything. Finding balance with our device can mean that we allocate a portion of our time to using electronics. Start by calculating how much screen time you spend in one day. Many phones are now capable of providing you that information. Once you've identified screen time, try to cut it by 10% every month. For example, if you spend on average 5 hours of screen time per day, aim to reduce it by half an hour. In addition, practice awareness when you are on your device. It is so easy to lose track of time when we are on social media. Our devices can also lead us to an emotional roller coaster. Social media often triggers some feelings and unwanted emotions in us. If you want to improve your relationship with your phone, you need to increase your self-awareness and redirect your attention towards something that brings you a more positive experience. A great way to do that is to unfollow any people that awake frustration, anger, or self-criticism in you. The beauty of social media is that you can be in control if you want and choose to. Don't ever forget that you have the opportunity to lead your life. No object or person should dictate how you feel or what you should experience. Creating healthy boundaries with electronic devices will likely improve your life and increase happiness in the long run. If you ever feel unable to lead your life, seek help from an expert that will provide you with support and guidance to reach your goal. The science behind your device and instant gratification. In this presentation, you will learn how devices are affecting us with instant gratification. Much ongoing research is starting to show the impact of electronic devices on our brains. Not only does it affect our psychology and emotionally, but it can also have a serious impact on our biology and lead to addiction. Scientists have been looking at the relationship between the utilization of smartphones and our brains. It is well documented that phone notifications and likes on social media trigger the production of what is called dopamine. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of instant gratification. While it brings that sense of pleasure, it can also create an addiction to electronic devices in the long run. Our phone is a way to escape reality, and just like drugs or gambling, it provides us with instant gratification and can lead to addiction. In a survey that targeted over 1,200 teenagers, 50% of them admitted that they were addicted to their phones. But what is really interesting is that another survey with over 3,000 adults showed that 86% of them were constantly checking their phone's email and social media, which led to stress. While 65% of people surveyed indicated that it is important to go dark, disconnect from their device, in order to help their mental health. Only 28% of them say they actually do it. This just shows how addicted we are to technology. Not only do we develop an unhealthy relationship with our device, but the behavior can also lead to serious mental illness. Research is now demonstrating that smartphone usage is correlated with emotional unbalance, chronic stress, and depression. The best approach to improving your relationship with your device is to find ways to unplug and allow yourself to be aware of your behavior when interacting with social media. Seek to experience positive emotions and avoid spending time and energy on posts or videos that make you feel sad, angry, or anxious. Take the time to make a list of activities you enjoy that do not require an electronic device. For example, cooking, bowling, or even coloring. By occupying your time with activities that you enjoy, you are less likely to interact on social media or stream a series. If you are experiencing difficulties distancing yourself from your phone, do not hesitate to seek help from family, friends, or even experts. As you can see from the statistics, it is not uncommon to experience negative emotions from our relationship with social media. With help and support from those around us, we can find solutions that will change our behavior. The secret ingredient to improve your attention. In this presentation, you will learn how you can improve your attention. Attention is becoming a very rare quality. We are confronted with an overwhelming amount of information through our day. In addition, our society seems to appreciate people who can multitask in the workplace. This constant stimulation of our brain can lead us to be confused about how we can improve our attention. Yet, there you can add a key ingredient to your life that is very effective in bringing back your attention to the present moment and mostly to something more productive. The ingredient is awareness. Some might say that awareness and attention are the same things, but studies have shown that it isn't. We can focus our attention on something throughout our day without being aware of it. Here's an example. Have you ever found yourself opening Facebook and then all of a sudden you realize that you've spent an hour scrolling through the various posts? While you focus all your attention on Facebook, you completely lost the awareness of time. Awareness is the ability to recognize what you are doing and experiencing at a specific moment. It is, in some ways, an enhancement to attention. By being aware, you are able to make a decision if you want to spend your attention in that area or not. Practicing awareness can be very simple. You should set your smartwatch vibration or your phone alarm to notify you every 30 minutes. That notification will be your moment of awareness. When you receive that notification, focus your attention on yourself. What are you experiencing? Are you spending your time and energy in an area that is productive for you? Do you need to redirect your attention to something else? By practicing moments of awareness, it will become easier for you to be self-aware in the present moment. You will likely catch yourself being aware of your behavior before your alarm goes off. Top 3 ways to change your relationship with social media. In this tutorial, you will learn 3 things you can do to change your relationship with social media. Social media is taking over many people's lives. It is now seen as this toxic relationship that can impact one's life very quickly if it gets out of hand. Here are the top 3 ways to change today. Assign offline time. Many people do not have limits or boundaries when it comes to social media. Setting healthy boundaries is essential to improve our relationship with Facebook or Instagram. You can do so by identifying a specific time when you are offline, a time when you believe it is best not to look at social media. For example, you can decide that the first 2 hours of your day are offline. That way, you don't have to let social media influence the mood you're in that day. It may take some days to adapt, and don't forget, research says that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Put your phone aside. When you are interacting with other people, whether it's at a family dinner or hanging out with friends, make a point to put your phone away. Social media can quickly pull you into a rabbit hole where you will completely forget your surroundings and realize that you are not enjoying the present moment with people in your circle. This will increase the quality of interaction you have with others and also bring more enjoyment. Clean up your feed. It is incredible the roller coaster of emotions that social media can lead you on. Take the time to be aware of how you feel when you see or read a post. Make a point to unfollow any individuals that make you feel bad. You have the right to choose what you want to see, and that is a powerful decision that could change your relationship with social media to be more positive and empowering. Social media doesn't have to be a difficult relationship. Never forget that you are in control and you can decide when you interact with social media and what you want to see. In the end, the experience you have with social media platforms is a result of the choices you've made. 3 ways to disconnect and improve your sleep. In this tutorial, you will learn 3 effective ways to improve your sleep. While the constant screen time is stimulating our brain, it can become very hard to shut it down. If you find yourself having a difficult time sleeping, Try the following 3 ways to disconnect and improve your sleep. Practice offline hours. According to research, many devices have a screen light that can impact negatively the production of melatonin in your body. Melatonin is the hormone that regulates your sleep cycle. For that reason, experts recommend that we go offline 1 to 2 hours before going to bed. Change your bedtime routine by bringing something new, like reading a book, taking a bath, journaling, or meditating. Another useful approach is to charge your phone in a space outside the bedroom. That way you are less likely to check your phone before bed. Practice the present moment. The phone is keeping our brain active by stimulating the production of dopamine. Dopamine is not what you want to be producing just before bed. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter that is connected to motivation, pleasure, and excitement. Our interaction on the phone has a tendency to entertain and stimulate us. Information is constantly bombarding our brain, and it becomes practically impossible to shut it down. If you have the tendency to check your phone at night, it can make it even harder to go back to sleep. During the day, learn to practice being in the present moment by distancing yourself from your phone. Instead of being interrupted by your phone, turn the notification off and be present in what you are doing or experiencing at that moment. The more you will practice it during the day, the easier it will be to disconnect from your phone at night or before bed. Practice emotional awareness. Have you ever tried to sleep angry or anxious? If so, you know that it is practically impossible to sleep if you are experiencing intense emotions. Unfortunately, what we watch or read on our devices have a big potential to trigger emotional disturbance. Learn to shift your attention to something more positive when you are feeling down, frustrated, or even anxious. By being aware of your emotions, you will be able to quickly catch yourself when you start feeling down and shift your mood before it becomes too disrupting. The more you will let yourself be affected by drama, the more difficult it will be to find sleep.